Hi Stitchy friends, this is Flosstube number 2. You've found my channel, Lost in Stitches. It's all about cross stitch and my addiction to stitching. I have lots of things to share with you today. I do have a giveaway for my, I have 2,200 subscribers now, which is absolutely blowing my mind. I am overwhelmed with the support and love from this community. And if you've left a comment, if you've subscribed, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It has really made a difference in my life over the last couple of weeks. It just warms me to know that there's so many people that care and love within this community. So I have replied back to every comment as of last night. So I just wanted to really engage with you all who are viewing, and please keep the comments coming. I do appreciate it, and subscribe if you like what you see. So yes, this is Flosstube number 2. It's March 16th, 2023. And this is Lost in Stitches, so welcome. If you're new here and you like what you see, of course subscribe and welcome, welcome to the journey. If you want to know a little bit more about me, go back and watch Flosstube number 1. So that has a lot about my story, my journey. I'm a wife, a mom of 4 kids, a cross stitcher, yay! and I'm a breast cancer survivor. So I actually have stage 4 breast cancer and thriving. So there is hope. There's life after cancer. Just staying positive is a big piece of that. And my goal for this channel, the why of why I wanted to do this, is really to pay it forward back to this community, because I've received so much, and I want to keep people company and just share my joy of cross stitching, and we can all have a cup of coffee together and stitch. So let's jump right into it. I just need a drink. I do apologize, my voice is a little raspy. While we're away on our vacation, I did end up getting sick. So I had laryngitis. I wasn't super sick, but I had laryngitis, and my voice just has not come back. So I'm sorry if it's a little raspy. And I have coffee and water here. I'll try to keep the coughing down. So I do have, before I left to go for my vacation, I put out a Flosstube extra video, and that was to thank you. Just before I went to my last retreat, I had 100 subscribers, and I'm so thankful for those first 100 and the other 2,100 that have joined me since, and the next couple thousand, I hope, that will come and join in with us here. But I did post for a giveaway, so I want to do that right away. And last time you saw it, this was just, something going on with my hair here. the fabric. And when I came home yesterday evening from our trip, I actually made the project bag. So here it is. This is the little project bag, and I made a little zipper pull for it to match. And I think it turned out okay. I was a little bit tired and jet lagged, so I'm sorry it's probably not my best project bag. And forgive me, I'm still a beginner sewer, but I'm trying, and it works, right? The zipper works, and it did turn out quite nice. It's got these beautiful little flowers on it, and this is the lining inside. So this one will comfortably fit an 8x8 Q-snap with the project on it, or a nice hoop, or an 11x11 Q-snap kind of taken apart with the project and all of your threads inside. So that's kind of what I use them for my bigger projects, and then this one will comfortably fit the 8x8 Q-snap. So without further ado, this is our little giveaway for today, and let's pick a winner. So I'm going to use the YouTube random comment picker. There were 149 unique comments with the word bag in that one, and let's pick a winner. So, let's see. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can focus here. Pat Hansen, you are the winner of the project bag. So it says, a project bag is very helpful for cross-stitch projects. Happy stitching, and I'm excited for your next video. Well, hi Pat, thanks for watching. I hope you're watching again. and just send me your email address, or sorry, send to my email address, which is listed below, to get your address and everything so I can send it out for you. So congratulations. Thanks, Pat, for leaving a wonderful comment, and I really hope that you like your new project bag. So that'll be on your way to you as soon as I get the, I have to go to the post office this afternoon, so if I get your address right away, then I'll send it, and that'll be on its way to you. So thank you so much. Yay! I do have another giveaway at the end, so I have a couple of little things that I'll share, but I'll do that right at the end of the video. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. If you're new here and you like what you see, subscribe, like the video, and that helps it reach so many other people that might need a little happiness in their day, right? So. I did get some shout outs from some floss tubers, and I wanted to say thank you to a few of them here, and these are floss tubers that you should absolutely go and watch. I was following a lot of them already, and I did find some new ones here, which is so exciting. I love finding new floss tubers, and their videos are all just lovely. So go and check them out. The first one, I'm looking at my notes down here, sorry about that. The first one is Lauren at Flossabilities. So she's in the UK. She has lots of great whips. You know, great fun on her channel. She's been doing it for a while. She has a lot of followers already. So go and check out Lauren at Flossabilities. She's fantastic. Thank you, Lauren, for the shout out. Teresa at Garden Goose Stitcher. So Teresa is just lovely. She has a property, like her home, that has she has animals and geese, and so you need to go and check out her last video. She has a great story about her goose. It made me laugh out loud. So thank you, Teresa, so much for the shout out. It was lovely. Hillary at Rustic Thread Stitching. She lives in Maine, and her last video is so nice as well. She has lots of sampler prim type stitching. It's just beautiful, and she recently had a finish on her Quaker sewing tray from Brenda Gervais. So it's stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors. Great job, Hillary. I loved it, and thank you for the shout out as well. Judy at City Stitcher. Her channel, Judy's in Calgary. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting Judy at Stitching at the Library in Calgary in January, I believe that was. It seems like that was a long time ago. But anyway, I hope I get back to meet Judy again, and Cheryl. Cheryl is there as well. She's at Happy Handcraft Studio, so you can check her out as well. And actually, I need to make a note here if I have a pen. Here we go. I just want to make a note to put her in the notes below too, so then you can have a link for her channel too. But Judy gave me a shout out on her channel. It was so lovely. She's just a joy to watch. She posts every Sunday night, and I love her stitching. She does lots of very intricate stitching, some bigger projects. She's finished a full chatelaine. She does lots of specialty stitching. She's done the sampler of stitches. If you want to go back and look at some of her videos, she's just fantastic. So thank you so much, Judy. I always look forward to your videos. Angie at Tiny House Stitcher. She is just a joy. You have to go and watch Angie. She's just the kindest, gentlest person. She's just so loving and kind and supportive. I thank you, Angie, for your kind words, and it has really helped. So thank you. So go and watch her at Tiny House Stitcher. Judy and Aussie in a Kiwi World. Again, another shout out for Judy. She has the most eye candy of anybody on Flosstube for stitching. She, honestly, I could sit and watch her videos over and over and over again. She does these fantastic whip parades. She does a lot of stitching. She's very engaged in the New Zealand and Australian stitching community, and just a lovely person. So easy to listen to and very relatable. So go and check out Judy at Aussie in a Kiwi World. Another one is Sally at Stitching Sally. I've just found her channel. She has so many nice little projects. It's just, she's a joy to watch, and just very so soft-spoken and kind. Yeah, you should go and check out Sally. That's at Stitching Sally. Laurel at I'm a Stitch Nerd again. I just found Laurel through her shout out and subscribed again. So she's wonderful, and again, lots of great projects. Go and check her out at I am a Stitch Nerd. And Carla at Stitch Me Sane. So Carla has this very fantastic opening song to her videos that that her partner and her kids gave her. I believe it was for Christmas, and it's just lovely. It's her kind of rapping along to all the cross stitch little tunes. So it's great. And her stitching, she does a lot of full coverage, and she's in Australia as well. She does a lot of full coverage and a huge proponent of strong women. So she's doing a wall of women, a wow, she calls it. And it's these beautiful, big, full coverage cross stitches with all these powerful images of women. Like, you need to go and watch Carla. She is just lovely, lovely, lovely. Always look forward to hers. And Leona at Gammy Stitcher also gave me a shout out. She's also a breast cancer survivor, and you should definitely go and check out her channel. She's and show her some Flosstube love. So hi to all the girls: Leona, Carla, Laurel, Sally, Judy, Angie, Judy, Hillary, Teresa, and Lauren. Hi, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are what this community is all about, and supporting each other. So I so appreciate all of the shout outs and all of the love that you've shown. There may be more, but I only get notice if I'm watching a YouTube and then I see it, or if you put like at Lost in Stitches in the description. If you're a floss tuber, then I get a notification that you shouted me out, and I want to do the same for you. But if I don't know, sometimes that doesn't happen. So if anybody else has shouted me out, and I would like to pay it back and just give them some stitchy love too. So let me know in your comments if you're coming from watching somebody else that has given me a shout out. Let me know. Oh, the other one was the Bougie Sisters. Oh my gosh, I love them. Love them. You have to go and watch the Bougie Sisters. So actually, I didn't put it on my list here, but they gave me the loveliest shout out. They're just so fun and kind of cutting each other up, and just lovely stitching, and I just enjoy watching them all the time. So go and check those girls out as well. There were tons of, I will get into the stitching here shortly, but I just wanted to take care of a few things. There were tons of comments on my first video, and like I said, it just completely warmed my heart. There was one or two in particular of people who are breast cancer survivors, sometimes 2, 3, 4 time breast cancer survivors, which is so heartwarming, and it creates so much hope in me that I appreciate. I so appreciated those comments. There was one in particular, and I hope she's okay with this, but it's Karen Powell left me a comment, and her mom, as an earlier on in her mom's life, was diagnosed with breast cancer, and twice, and survived it. And Karen's mom, at the end of March here, is celebrating now her 90th birthday. That made my day to hear that. You know, the possibility of hope and survivorship is just so important for all of us, no matter what you're facing, right? It doesn't have to be a cancer diagnosis that brings you to that state, right? Everybody has their own physical and mental health things going on, right? So I just want to say a huge thank you to Karen for that message of hope. And it is going to be Karen's mom's 90th birthday here coming up right away at the end of March. So I wanted to say happy birthday to Karen's mom. And if everybody else could wish her a wonderful happy birthday, I think she would love the notes. So thank you so much, Karen, for that comment. And there were just so many other lovely ones. I can't say how much they have meant to me. So keep the comments coming. If you have any questions, let me know. I had lots of questions as well. There was one about Pattern Keeper, and I did, this lady wanted a picture of the Pattern Keeper app and where to find it. So you can get the Pattern Keeper app. I have it on my my tablet. You can get it at the Google Play Store, and I believe for a lifetime it's $10. So you can try it for free, and then it's $10 and you have it through the Google Play Store. And I did post a picture on my community page for my channel of the app symbol, so you can see it. It's a blue square with a white X with little cross stitches in it. I also had an email from Tracy at OG Stitchery. Her channel is lovely. She has bags that she sells on Instagram, so go and check out her channel as well, OG Stitchery. She also gave me a shout out, so thank you, Tracy. She sent me an email to do a bag swap. So I am so excited. I have so many new fabrics and stuff that I'll show you in my stash here in a little bit, but I will definitely be doing a bag swap with Tracy. Hi, Tracy. I will be reaching out to you shortly. I'm just still catching up on emails and comments and everything. We just got back yesterday. But I'm ready to get started on a bag. So let's chat about it, and we'll figure out the details, and then we'll do a bag swap, and then I'll feature her bag here on the channel when I get it from her. So again, if you want to check out her bags, she's selling them on Instagram over at OG Stitchery is her handle on Instagram as well. So she just posts, I believe, the pictures, and then you comment, and then you can get the bag from her. So and they're lovely. She puts these really nice little tags on them. The fabrics are beautiful. She's a beginner stitcher as well, so you know it's nice, or sewer, sorry. So it's kind of nice to support people in the beginning of their journey for sewing and stitching. So anyway, thank you, Tracy. I love the idea, and I'll be getting in contact with you. There was a couple of other comments around book reviews. I'm an avid reader. I read a lot. I've been doing more stitching than reading lately, but I do read a lot. So I have a lot to cover in this video, but I will do some book reviews at the end of some of my other videos. So if there might be one that I can share with you. I don't know if I have it. Oh, this one is fantastic. Just as a teaser, The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I have read this one. It is it's absolutely fantastic. A lot of deep character development. The writing is beautiful. And she has two other books, The Secret History and The Little Friend, which I haven't read yet. They're on my to-read list. And so anyway, The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. She's won a Pulitzer Prize, and you can tell in her writing. The sentences are flowy and beautiful, and the character development is just phenomenal. So if you like that, it doesn't have a storyline that's gripping with twists and turns. It's not like that. It's about the people's lives. But the writing itself is worth the read. So this is a beautiful one, just as one, and then I will get into more book reviews as I go through the channel. And gridding. There was a lot of comments around gridding. I did say in my last video that I can do a tutorial for gridding, so I'll show you. I don't know if I have a good example right here. Yeah, this one. So I do gridding with, I used to at least. I still do on some, but say this is my Quinto piece, right? And I showed this whole one in my last video, but you can see the pen marks, right? And kind of in here, where I just do the little squares. So I will do a tutorial on that. I need to figure out a way, because I'm just starting at this, guys, forgive me, but to get my camera to face downwards, right? So I'll have to pick up something for that. I would like to do more tutorials, especially for anybody that's beginning stitching. I'm certainly not an experienced 20-year stitcher, right? But I think I've got the hang of it pretty well, and I can and provide maybe some beginner support for people. So I will get a setup that I can do some little things like that. So the gridding thing will come, but I just need a better setup. And I think, oh, there was one more. Jackie, there was an email that she sent. I just lost my thread. Hang on. So she sent me an email that she wanted to know about sulky threads. So she's starting in on 32 count. She's doing a fairly big project on it. She has a piece of hand-dyed fabric, and this is the sulky thread. If you, oh my gosh, I don't know if this will focus. I need to get out of the way. Anyway, this is the sulky threads. They're blendables. some of them. And she wanted to know how this would be for coverage on 32 count. So what I did, but she has hand dyed. So if most of you probably know this, but if you don't, then if you have a 32 count fabric that's hand dyed, especially some of the tighter ones, like if you look at a picture of this plus, I can't think of any of the other ones, but anyway, they do become, the squares actually become tighter, so it's more like a 36. So I did a little swatch, and I'll see if I can get this to focus. There you go. So this is a swatch for the coverage of a 12 weight sulky thread on a 32 count antique white non-dyed. This is not hand dyed, obviously. It's just the base fabric. So that is the coverage that you will get on with sulky 12 weight thread on 32 count. I don't pull super tight on my threads. If you pull tighter, you'll get less coverage, obviously. So what I would suggest to you, Jackie, is take, you know, just buy one petite reel. This is the bigger one. This is $8 here in Canada. The petite reels are, you know, $2, $3, sometimes on 1, 2, 3 Stitch or your stores. And just try it on your fabric. Just do a little swatch and see if you actually like the coverage on yours. It will be tighter than this because of the hand-dyed effect of that fabric. So, I mean, it's pretty good coverage. You can still see through it a little bit. I know it works well on my 18 count, which would be about the same as what you're going to get on your 32 count. Hand-dyed will look like a 36, which is about the same as an 18 count. Hopefully you guys followed that. So this is the coverage on 18 count. Let me see if I can get it to focus again. There. So I'm thinking that this would be about the coverage that you would get on your 32 count hand dyed. That would be a guess. I haven't tried it, and I don't have a piece of 32 count hand dyed here to try it for you. But again, just give that a shot with a little swatch in the corner, and hopefully that helps you. I'm so excited that you're going into a 32 count project. I think you're gonna absolutely love that. So I need to move these things out of the way. And hopefully that helped you. So Jackie, if you have any more questions or comments, certainly leave them below. I did reply to your email just before this video. I apologize, it was a couple of days before I got back to you because the last part of our trip was just really busy. So, and let's see. So I think that was all of the notes that I had written here. So I'll jump right into the stitching that I have done over the last 2 weeks. So my stitching has been a little bit different over the last 2 weeks because, as most of you, if you saw my last video, we've been in Hawaii for the last 16 days. So I made a video, I went to retreat, and then we left the following Monday to go sorry, to go to Hawaii for our trip. So I couldn't take along, we travel carry-on only, it's very simple, and I couldn't take along a lot of big projects. So I did do 3 smalls while I was away. I've almost finished the third one. I probably need another day on it. I can only show you 2 of them because the first one that I did and completed, it's about probably this big. It's about 2,000 stitches, and it's a full coverage piece for the Wabaman retreat in April for the exchange. So I'll take a little video of that one and I'll insert it after I get back from the Wabaman retreat into one of my future videos. So you do get to see it, but I did finish that one. I started it and finished it while we were away. So that took up a lot of my stitchy time for the first week or so. And then I did this one. So again, I just had a piece of fabric with me. So this one is, oops, here we go. Straighten up. This one is Bertie from Satsuma Street. It's almost finished. Not quite. I think I have the other thread here. It's 30. The color that I was missing was 34. The magenta, the beautiful magenta color. That's what I was missing. So you can see here, like the center of this flower, the center of this flower, the center of this one, and this one. That still needs about, I don't know, maybe 50 stitches or so. And then she'll be finished. The back stitching is all done. And I just love her. She's so cute. The colors are amazing. So it's even better in person. I don't know, that's probably more like it right there. So, so that's Bertie from Satsuma Street. This was a pure joy to stitch, especially, you know, you're on the beach and you're amongst the flowers, and oh, it was just so pretty. So this one will totally remind me of my trip to Hawaii. I don't know if you guys are like that, but wherever I stitch something, it puts those memories into my stitching for me. Every time I look at this, I'll remember Hawaii. So I am going to finish it into a little pillow, just a little mini pillow, and I may put Hawaii 2023 or something down here with my initials. So thinking about that, and I probably, like I say, I probably have 50 stitches or so left, and that's it. So when I get it fully finished, I'll bring it back on and show you guys. So I need to fold it because I can't show you the one in the middle. But again, I will take a video of that one. And this is another one. It's an idea. Sorry, I need to fold this a little better. This is an idea that I had. It's a part of a LongDog Sampler pattern. And let's see here. Yeah, 1 second. Here we go. So this one is called Pavane for These Times. So I will show you the full picture of the pattern. It's quite large. I absolutely love the quote that is on this pattern. You can see I have half of it done. It says, "Turn your face to the sun, and then the shadows fall behind you." So on the journey that I'm on in my life, and I'm sure so many of you, whatever is happening in your life, this is so important, to be positive and happy and keep yourself in such a healthy, happy state is so important. So when things are hard, and they are hard, trust me, they are hard, turn your face to the sun and the shadows fall behind you. So just always look forward, look positive. And this just, I needed this piece done. So I'll show you, because I just wanted a reminder of that all the time. So I'll show you the full pattern, and you know from my whip parade in my last video how many projects I already have going. It's about 20. I couldn't do the full pattern of this. I just would not have had time to stitch all of this, right? You can see I didn't need to stitch all of the Quakers and everything. So what I've decided to do, I've taken the quote, and I've taken the, whoops, this way, these little ones here. There's one here, and there's one here. And I've taken this little center motif down here, because I like those, and the little butterflies, you can see. I'm going to add the little bunnies right here. And then I'm also going to find my favorite border out of it. I think it's the top one, this top border right here. And then I'll be adding that on the top and bottom of it, and just putting it into a little pillow. I love this, and I have so many other LongDog patterns. I have Ragnarok, Pandemic, Life After Death. I don't know what else. The Words of Love. I don't know. Anyway, there's a ton of them that I have saved in my OneDrive that, you know, it would take a lifetime to stitch some of these. So I think this is what I may do for some of those. There's a couple that Ragnarok I really like. It's really cool. So I might stitch that one. But the rest, I think I'm just going to pick out my favorite little motifs and then make these tiny, tiny ones out of it, so that I at least get the joy of stitching my favorite parts of it, and have some smaller finishes. You know, I also have not a huge home. We have a 1958 smaller home, so I don't have the wall space to fill it up with, you know, huge 300 by 300 pieces. So so this is kind of nice. You know, it's portable. The kids might want it later. So yeah, I really like that. So that was another one I'm working on. So again, this is a current whip, right? The other thing that, as some of you might be following me on Instagram, and I have my link for Instagram below if you want to follow me, it's at Lost in Stitches Lisa. This one, it's captured my heart again. I really like stitching on it again. I've kind of gotten over the red. It's Isabella's Heart by Modern Folk Embroidery. And I have made some progress on this one. So, just my little board here. So let's see if this is better. There we go. So I've put in this flower and this little motif and this part of the heart and the leaves. And I started coming across the bottom here. Now, you can see over here where I'm still frogging out. People. Of all the projects for this to happen on, I haven't had to do such a big frogging exercise yet, right? I'm just getting my stitchy mojo on this one, and I screwed it up. So what happened is that I put in one extra stitch in this line. So that threw everything over here off. I had the whole heart done down to here. I had 2 more leaves done, and I had the border coming down here. Now, what did Lisa do? I put in the extra stitches here, and then I counted down to here, and then I counted the border off of this heart. It would be like counting off of this leaf to do the border. So when I did it, I only left 1 space and nothing lined up. So unfortunately, I took out in the end, I think close to 400 stitches. It broke my heart. I'm not kidding. I almost like left it on the beach when I figured that out. I was like, maybe I can just bury this in the sand and be done with it. But no, I didn't. I didn't do that. I put it back in my stitchy bag and I stitched on Bertie's flowers. And here it is. I've torn it all out. I just have to do the little line there, and it will be done hopefully in a very short time here. So progress was made, a little less than I wanted it to be, but that's all you can do, right? You can't win them all. So I did have another start while we were away. So I started, this is the 4th thing. I did 4 things while I was away on vacation. I just took the fabric and the threads with me. I believe they're up here. So especially when I'm traveling, I'll show you my threads here in a second. Especially when I'm traveling, I like to take just small pieces. So this one is Seasons of the Heart by the Blue Flower, and this is the progress I have so far. Just have the flowers in, and you can start to see here the beginning of the heart. So I do have a picture of it I can show you. And I absolutely love these series. I would really like to do all 4 of them. This is the picture here. Oops, lots of glare. That's the Seasons of the Heart. And it's just a smaller project. It won't take me too long to do this one. I'm just kind of working into those flowers in the first part of the heart. They're absolutely gorgeous. So when I'm kitting, especially for travel, this is the perfect size. I don't know if I'd take 32 count with me again. The Aida is so much simpler when you're traveling, but I knew I would miss stitching on 32 count if I didn't have it with me. So I did take a piece of this. It's on just a mushroom 32 count Lugana. And what I do, now that I have my sewing machine, I might do it differently. I can serge around the edges, but before I have my sewing machine, don't judge me on my blanket stitches because they're not very good. But I just stitch around the edge very quickly with a little blanket stitch. So if you don't have a sewing machine, this is really simple to do. You just, and it will keep your fabric from fraying out. So you just stick your needle in and kind of do a loop start like you would in the beginning. And then as you put your needle through, you just come to the next hole and then you kind of loop back and get it. There's lots of videos on it. It's called the blanket stitch. I can also probably do a tutorial on this once I get set up. Can't do it right now, but if you Google blanket stitch tutorial, you'll get it. And it's super simple, and it just keeps your fabric from fraying. You can see that this thing has traveled with me for 2 weeks in a bag to Hawaii, and it hasn't frayed with this little way. And you don't need to buy a sewing machine to have your fabric not fray. It takes about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and you kind of have it fixed. So again, that's a blanket stitch. So these are the colors for the Seasons of the Heart. You'll see those here. Whoops, that's not very pretty. There, kind of see them. And this is how I do my kitting, especially for travel and smaller projects. The bigger ones, I kind of bigger cards and things for them, but this is how I do just a quick kit for my projects. I don't buy a new skein of floss for every project that I kit. I have a master set down here of all DMC. They're all bobbinated just in 4 little boxes in one of these drawers. Very simple to store and very easy. As I run out of one, even if I don't need it for a project, I just go and purchase that one again, bobbinate it, stick it back in my box. So no matter what I want to stitch, even if I find something at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can kit with DMC right out of that box. So what I do is just cut off, I do loop starts. These are a little bit longer than people might want if they're just stitching straight. I cut off lengths, and then I just put all of the colors on here. Sometimes if it's not in Pattern Keeper, I'll put the symbols on here as well. And this is just what comes with me. So all you need is this and your pattern, and you're good to go. So so that's how I kit my projects. And yeah, and this is the progress on the Blue Flower. You can get this one on her website at theblueflower.com. I'll put that in the comments below as well. And I believe it was $8 for the PDF. You can also, I have a subscription to the Punch Needle and Primitive magazines. So these 4 patterns for each season, this is the summer one, are in the 2021 series of magazines. So this one was in the summer 2021 magazine. And that was, if you have the magazine subscription, then that's for free. So you can find it there and just print it off and do it from paper. And I have 2 more things that I worked on. These were the 2, I'm trying to think if there was anything else, I don't think so, that I worked on while I was in the Wabamun retreat with the girls back in late February. That was a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much, Jean, for organizing. Huge difference for me. I had to come out of my comfort zone a bit to to go to the retreat, and you know, meeting new people is a little bit scary sometimes. But Jean made it so welcoming, and the girls were fantastic. Like, hi Shelly, hi Donna, hi girls. Like, it was just so nice to get to see everybody. And I'm going back again in April, so that's why I couldn't show you the little small that I had done in here. But yeah, it was just fantastic. I'm so excited to do it again. And I have another retreat coming up here at the end of March that I'll talk about at the end. Anyway, without further ado, this one is called Red and the Wolf. Sorry, I call it Red and the Wolf. It's called Red Riding Hood. It's a Heaven and Earth design, and I believe it's Red Riding Hood 3. I'll put the link again in the artist below. I did have one viewer reach out to me, and I sent back a comment and a link on where to find it. I had trouble in my last video adding. I had too much information to be able to add it. I kind of ran out of characters. So I couldn't add in like where to buy all the patterns. So as they come up as whips now, I'll put in the link of where to buy it. And then hopefully that works out a little bit better. But I did put in like the name and where to find it at least, right? So this is Red. I finished off the, not finished off, but I kind of started in on the wolf here. I finished off her pigtail and filled in her cape. And that's where she's at right now. So super cute, super cute. I love this one. She's probably, I believe, about half done. So that's pretty good. And the next one I'm working on, this is a BarbaraAna design. And I might be able to search for the fully finished one now. This is a, sorry, I'll just chat while I'm finding the picture. It's a mystery stitch along from BarbaraAna, and it's called Starwoman. So I'm just trying to, sorry I didn't search for the picture before. It's called Starwoman, and it's the mystery one for 2023. So we'll see if the full picture has been published. Maybe. If not, I'll show it next time. I can't find it. Anyway, so this is the part. This is working on part 2 for me, because I didn't take this one along with me. I probably would have had part 2 done if I had taken it, but I didn't want to stitch on too much 32 count while I was away, because it's just more difficult. You need better lighting. So this one, what's up here is the finished part 1, and now I'm just coming across the bottom. I finished this like this black and the sorry, the wing here, and coming down the side for her thing. And she has like these fiery hair, and it's just gorgeous. If you Google BarbaraAna Mystery Cell 2023 Starwoman, you may be able to see the final one now. It's on Instagram now. Creepy Stitcher actually posted a picture of the finished one if you're interested in seeing what it actually looks like. And in my next update, maybe I'll have part 3 done, hopefully, but if not, I'll bring a picture and show. So there you go. Again, at the retreats, as most of you have already talked about, there's lots of chatting, lots of socialization, and you know, less stitching, but that's the best part, right? It's just getting to know people, and it was just so fabulous. I can't say enough good about Jean and the girls, and just thank you again. So I do have a couple more things to go through. I have some stash over here, things that I got while I was away. I do have a walkthrough of a couple of the Stitchy stores that I went to while we were away on our vacation. I have to say a huge shout out and thank you to my husband Paolo for being the most kind man on the planet while we were away. He's always kind, but he took me to every quilt store that I could find, every needlework store that I could find in Hawaii. I think we visited 7 stores overall. So I went to like a fabric warehouse. I have some pictures of that. I went to Fiddlesticks in Honolulu and met the girls, Joan and Adele. They're just lovely. I posted on Instagram a few of the pictures, and I'll include some stuff in my next video. And the Kapai Stitchery down in Kauai, I went there as well, and I have a video walkthrough of all that. So I think what I'll do is post a Flosstube extra of those walkthroughs and some pictures of our trip, and if you're interested in that, you can watch it. But I'll just post a Flosstube extra next week for that. I don't have the pictures and videos and everything organized enough yet because we just got home yesterday. So. But I would love to share it with you. So I will do that for next week as just an extra video. And we did have a lovely trip. It was so nice. It was just what the doctor ordered, right? It's just what we needed. So I wanted to share next some of my finishes that I've had over the last 10 months that I've been stitching. I'll start actually with this one back here. This is a full coverage piece that I made the pattern for because from a picture. So last November, sadly, we lost one of our dogs. He had cancer and just wasn't doing well and passed away. Unfortunately, he was just such a loving, kind, fun dog. He was just so great, and we miss him every day. So for my husband, hopefully there's not too much glare here, I'll try and get it. I made, I don't know if this is gonna work. Hang on, just give me a second, I can pop it out. It is framed like this. This is how we have it normally, but I'll just pop out the thing because there's too much glare. So I made the project, you can see my lacing maybe. I made the project from a picture that we have of Spark, and again, that's on my Instagram if you want to see the original picture and then this one. So this is a full coverage piece of our boy Spark, and from a distance it was like, you know, how it's supposed to be looked at. It looks pretty good. Up close, you know, you can see the pixelation. But that's the way cross stitch is. So that's our boy, and we miss him every single day. He's just he was just a joyful soul in our house. Here, and that was that's Spark. So I used Pixel Stitch was the name of the the program. I can put a link for that below. I'll make a note for that. So you just upload a picture. You can pick your resolution and your size, and then it will bring out a picture like this. What I will say, I don't know if I would ever do it again, and maybe just in a different way. But if you look at this really close, this whole thing is confetti. Sorry, confetti. The whole thing. There are no blocks of color whatsoever except for those 2 white circles. That's it. So it did take a while. It took a lot of monogamous stitching in the beginning to get it kind of moving in. If I had known what it was going to be, I probably would have cropped off a lot of this, you know, but it is beautiful now that it's done. I absolutely love it. My husband loves it. It's something that brings us joy in our living room every single day. This is what cross stitching is all about, right? Those things that when you look at it, it makes your soul feel good. This is one of them. And that's Spark. So again, there's lots of lacing tutorials out there. This is my lacing for the back on how to do that. Lindy Stitches actually has a really good one. I'll make a note for that too and put it in the box below. She keeps saying it's not a tutorial. It's really funny. I love watching her too. So Stephanie at Lindy Stitches, you should go and check out her channel if you're not already. She's a designer as well. Beautiful projects, beautiful designs. Yeah, so that's Spark, and we miss him dearly. So this is the first thing. This is another one. This is one of the first ones that I finished. I took this away with me for 2 weeks. Travel stitching really works for me. I actually get stuff finished. It's fantastic. That monogamous thing, there's something about it, right? So this is one that I took away with us on a trip last September. We went away, and this one is, oh my God, my mind has gone blank. Whale. I'll post it below. It will come back to me. It's by Owl Forest Embroidery. Oh, Banyan Whale. Sorry, I could not think of that. And it's gorgeous. I love the little whale and the little village up on top. I'll stand up a little bit so you can actually see it. Here it is. And I almost have this done. I had to go back and get some blue. So you'll see down here I'm missing one tiny little row of blue stitches. So it hasn't been washed yet, and that's why the grid is still on here. But nearly a finish. It's probably got about another 10 stitches or so. I'm going to leave it out and get it finished now. And then when I fully finish it, I'll bring it back and show you as a finish. I just love this one. This one is actually, there's a kit for this from Owl Forest Embroidery. Sorry, I'm a little jet lagged. I'm thinking real clear here, but from Owl Forest Embroidery, and the colors in that are gorgeous. I think if I had my time back, I may have invested in the Owl Forest Embroidery threads for this. This one is stitched with the DMC, so if you're curious about what the DMC would look like, this is it. Because it is different than the models that they show. This turns out differently. And it's stitched over there on like a yellowy, like a buttercream kind of fabric. This one is an oatmeal 18 count from Michaels. So again, this was travel stitching. And I wanted it to be something that was durable and easy to take around. But I still absolutely love it. This one is going to be turned into a pillow cover, I believe. I'm still not totally settled on it. Maybe framed, but I think I'd prefer just a little pillow to go on the couch for this one. So that's the oh no, this is what happens with your brain when you actually stop and you think. It's called Monster Whale. So I knew I would remember it. This one is probably my favorite thing that I have finished. It's hard to choose favorites in whips, right? But I just so enjoyed stitching every single minute on this one. So it is ink circles, and it's called Cirque de Coeur, which is Circus of Hearts in French. And this one is stitched on an 18 count antique white with number 34 DMC. It's more like, let's see if I can move back, really this color, sort of like that. Look, the interlocking hearts and the little motifs in here, they're just beautiful. You start to stitch things and you're like, oh, that's a bird, or oh, there's another little heart in here, or that's a vase, or you know, it's just beautiful. So now that this one is done, this one will be framed. I just have to do the lacing on it. And again, that one is from Ink Circles from Tracy Horner's Designs. You can buy that as a PDF on on her website, inkcircles.com. This next one is by Modern Folk Embroidery. Oops, hang on. Hopefully you can see that okay. That's sort of okay. This one is on a 32 count mushroom Lugana, and it's stitched with sulky threads. Let's see if you can get the variegation there. Maybe here. Anyway, it's with two. I finished this one in December of last year, and it's stitched with sulky threads. So Jackie, if you were wondering, this is what one turns out like, 32 count. I'll really see if I can get it to focus in here for you. Maybe not with the glare. And I have this one taped in, so I can't take it out. Sorry. But it does turn out well on the 32 count with the sulky thread. I actually really, really like it. This is after this one has been washed, so it goes a little bit tighter. I wish you could see it. Maybe I'll take a picture and maybe email it to you so you can see. There's a close-up pictures of this on my Instagram, so if you want to have a look there, feel free to go over and check that out. So that one is from, it's called Birds in the Orchard. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. Birds in the Orchard by Modern Folk Embroidery. And again, you can get the PDF on his, on Jacob's website at modernfolkembroidery.com. It's a really fast stitch. It took me maybe a week or so, and I had it done. So my next finish is this one was finished in maybe February. I can't remember. It's called She Mad Hatter, and this is from BarbaraAna Designs. You know I love my BarbaraAna. It's so beautiful. It's got the it's just so whimsical. So I changed a couple of things. This is a Silvery Moon Lugana, so it's got that little hint of gray. It's almost white, but it's got a little hint of gray, and it might blow out. It's kind of there. And when I stitched it, the model is actually stitched on something a little bit darker. So when I stitched it, you couldn't really see this cup at all. It just disappeared. It looked like a flower. So I just put a little blue circle, little orb in behind so that it showed up. If I had it back, I probably would have done that in a tan color, something light, but whatever. It's kind of cute. And I switched this from, it was this color, and I switched it back to blue because I just wanted it to be a little bit brighter and bring out more of the blue tail of the cat. So how I finished this, I started out with, sorry, and I finished all these things myself. There's no pro framing here or anything. It's all with these two little hands. I got this board. There's a pack of 2. There's like this on the back from Michael's. 2 for $10, 2 for $8, 2 for $10, something like that. Just different kinds. There's ones with slatted boards. There's different colors, but so 2 for $10. I thought that was pretty good, and they're the perfect size. On this 32 count, so, or 16 count Aida would give you the same size. I think if you did it on 18 count, it would still probably fit. You would just have less, a little bit less. Or sorry, 14 count. You would just have a little less space, and if you did it on 18 count, you just have a little more space. Yeah, I think all would fit on here. So what I did, I laced this one onto a piece of foam board. So again, how I do that, I just take little pins and kind of position it. So I have these little, right here, these little finishing pins. They're just really, really tiny. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Maybe not. Right there. Yeah, they're about that small. Just a really flat head. That's important. And I just kind of position it into the little foam boards. And you can get a pack of those for $5 at Michael's as well, and 11 by 17, 6 by 8, and 8.5 by 11. Sorry. And then I just positioned that and laced this on the back, just like I showed you with the other one there with the lacing with Spark. And then I took a piece of cardstock and just covered it in fabric to give this little, because I just wanted a little border, kind of like a scrapbooking style, right? Just a little extra border on here, but I didn't want the extra thickness, so you can kind of see here, right? So I just covered that with paper, glued it on the back, and then with the E6000 glue, I think it is, I stick this on, and I stuck this on, and there it is. Pretty simple. So it takes a little bit of fiddling to get this centered, to get it stretched properly. There's a blessing that there's no border. Sometimes, like this one here that has a border, a straight border, it is very, very difficult to get this straight. I fiddled with this an hour or more just to get it to look like it does there. So it's worth it though, right? You put a lot of time in your stitching, so it's worth it to do that. I did have a couple of other sewing finishes that I'll show you. So I am a beginner sewer, so please be gentle. But this is my first project bag that I ever made. And right now it's housing my chatelaine. My little chatelaine one is in here. So again, if you didn't see this, I haven't worked on this one, but if you didn't see this from my first video, I'll give you a little look. Here we are. This is the Mini Mystery Mandala number 3. Again, this one, and I don't know if I mentioned this actually in my last video, that I might have, but this is completely stitched from stash. I did not go out and buy all of the beads and all of the new threads and all of the silks, and you know, I think if I had of, this thing probably would have cost me a couple $100 in Canadian. So that wasn't happening, right? I just don't, I don't spend money like that on these things. So that is completely stitched from stash. So it is possible to make a beautiful project. And you know, even if you need those variegated threads, what I've done here is just blend 2 DMC colors together to make it kind of look like the variegation. It may not be quite as nice, you know, but you get it all. It's all things that you already have here in your drawer. It seems pretty good then, right? So anyway, this is my first bag that I made. This lace is actually from the 1960s. I went to the antique store here. There's an antique mall about maybe a 10-minute walk from here. It's absolutely beautiful, the Strathcona Antique Mall. And they have all kinds of, they were having a stitching and sewing show for a month. And I got all kinds of little finishing things like this and little bobbins. I found these little, like this little cross stitch kind of bowl. It has just a cross stitch pattern on it. And and I bought this milk glass antique bowl just to store my pins in when I'm sewing. So yeah, a couple of nice little, and I got this little bowl as well from the antique store. Sorry, it's kind of a side thing, but it just holds my little scissors, and yeah, it's just a little bowl. It's So I just love those little things, and the little thread holder back here. That all came from the antique mall. So anyway, that's my first one here for sewing. And then I made a matching needle book to go with it. So this one, it just has the little thread ties. And then I put 2 little pockets on the inside, because if I'm taking it for traveling, I just want to be able to stick a couple of maybe my measuring tape, or maybe an extra little mini pair of scissors. And what I'm going to do here is cross stitch in like, you know, 22, 24, 26, so that the numbers of the needles, I know by looking at them, because I only use a certain number sizes, right? And I have my beading needle in here. But yeah, it has 4 pages, and it's just kind of sewn down the middle. This was a treat to make. It's all done with interfacing, and I love how it turned out. It matches my bag. So when I go to retreats and things, instead of taking along a lot of little notions bags, a lot of my stuff actually fits right into this little needle book. So that's another little finish that I've had. And this one is another bag that I've made. And all of these are from the Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch project tutorial. I'm going to write that down here because I need to put it in the notes. Sorry. Don't want to miss out on giving anybody credit, right? Elizabeth Ann's tutorial is absolutely fantastic. Like, as a beginner sewer, I've sewn before. I knew how to use my machine. My mom taught me a long time ago. Thank you, Mom. You're the best. You're absolutely the best. I love you. My mom taught me a long time ago. But so jumping back into using the machine I didn't have to overcome that hurdle like some people sewing do. But I haven't sewn in a long time, like, 20, 30 years, So it's probably been late teens since I've really sewn anything. So to come out with a finished project and putting in a zipper and it works, like that's a credit to the tutorial, not me. So, go and check out. She has some wonderful ones with the vinyl fronts. I think I'll start maybe trying that next. She has table runner tutorials, quilting tutorials. Her channel is fantastic, and that's at Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. So she is darling. She's just so fun, and she has a beautiful craft room, and like all of us, just way too much stash and loving it, right? Those are little creative spaces. This is another one I made out of the fabric that I had left over from my bag. Sorry, guys. Let's take a drink. This one came from a tutorial from a lady on YouTube. I'll have to link it below. I do apologize. I can't remember the. It's one I hadn't heard of before, but it is a fantastic tutorial as well. I have it saved, and I'll put it in the notes below. So when I traveled to Hawaii, this is the bag. This is the project bag that I had with me, and I had all 3 projects in it. So it's just a simple. If I had it back, I would have put a pocket on the inside. I will for the next ones, because things kind of go right to the bottom, of course. But this is the bag that I had with me, and it's a piece of thread in there, and it had all 3 projects in here with my scissors, with my tablet, and a small hoop, and extra needles. So that it all fit in here. It was fantastic. This fit in my purse. So everywhere that I went, I had this with me. It was fantastic. I stitched everywhere, from up at the top of the volcanoes in the Volcano National Park. We took a break, and I stitched for a little bit up there, to the beaches. We went on a hike into a beach. I took it with me. This little bag just followed me for 16 days, and it held up really well. I have to say, the sewing was good, and the fabric is good. It has interfacing in the inside. And again, what it's originally meant for is a book cover. It's a book sleeve, right? Obviously. So if you have a book that you want to take along with you, I don't know if I have something here. Let's see. Whoops. Just say even a bigger book like this will fit right in there, and then the snap just does up on the top. So again, that's it. I've really enjoyed that, and I will definitely make some more of these. They're just really handy. I made one for my husband with a little strip of 28 count Murano across the side here, and it has his name. I embroidered his name onto it, so he really likes that. The last sewing thing, well, I made 2 other project bags, but I gave them away as door prizes at the Wabaman retreat, so that we'd just have a little special gift for people there. So I do have pictures of those. If I can figure out how to insert them, I will. But if not, the girls are really enjoying those too. They're like the other ones. This is also something that I made for taking to retreat. There's a little snap here. And it's just my, okay, this is signs of a cross stitcher in the house, right? There's just little loose orts everywhere. But this is one that I made as just a little placemat for when I go to retreat. So this sits on the table in front of me, just like this. So I just put it on the table, right? And then I have a little place to stick my needles in. I usually stick a little needle minder on here. I have a couple of extra clips with me, and I take one of my binder clips and put it in here. And then I also can put just, my threads and my hoops or my scissors and everything on here. And then I have kind of like a placemat. So it kind of defines your little space. This is what you, maybe for your own sake, for your other table mates, so you don't spread out too far. But you just have this little space. It's not from a tutorial or anything. It's just something I made up. It's just my own. It's interfaced inside. Just 2 pockets and the little snaps. So then when I'm traveling to the retreat, like when I'm going to the Stitch North in May, for the May weekend, I'm just going to take something like this, and I can pile like my hoop, just kind of like I did with this bag, right? I can do that as well. Just put a hoop, 2 or 3 projects laid out flat, and all the threads for it in the little pocket, stitch it up, and then this is going in my bag. Simple. So, and then I made a little matching, like just a little mug mat, a coaster to go with it. So I'm sitting on the table. The worst is when you're sitting there with coffee or something starts to condense and it's all piling up on the table. So this is just gonna, gonna keep the stitching area a bit cleaner. So that's what I had for things that I've worked on and my finishes. I know this is a little bit of a longer video. There's quite a bit to share. I will still show you a little bit of my stash that I got while I was in Hawaii, and then we'll do the giveaway. So I'll get that ready. And so while we were traveling, my darling husband took me to a ton of quilt stores. So I had to use a ton of restraint because we were traveling with carry-on luggage. We like to travel really simple. We have two nice Gregory backpacks, and we use that. Super simple. Hands are always free, and it's wonderful. So, but I did pick up some fabric, and I managed to send a box home so that I could pick up some of my stash and still be able to stick with carry-on. So these are 2 fabrics that I got that I'm going to make a project bag out of. It's a little more purple than it's showing there. It's showing kind of blue. Let's see. No. Anyway, these are beautiful. I love them. So that's 2. These ones came, these next 3 came from a little store, Quilting Passions, I believe it was called, in on the Big Island. So this is another one that I got with the little koi fish and the ponds. This one reminded me we went to the botanical gardens on the Big Island. If you're ever on the Big Island in Hawaii, those botanical gardens are worth the trip alone to Hawaii. You get to see hundreds of flowers that I have never seen before, and I love flowers. So that was just a pure joy, and they had a koi pond there, so just reminded me of that beautiful place. And again, the ocean and fish. This is just more of the fabric. So all of these will be turned into project bags. I did get a yard of each, so hopefully I'll be able to make maybe make another one for a giveaway in a future video when we hit the next milestone for subscribers maybe. So like, subscribe, leave lots of comments. I love it. And this one has the fish on it with the gold trim to match. I absolutely loved these Sorry for clearing my throat here. I did get some Hawaiian print fabrics, so that's 2 of them. I think there's, yeah, and then there's 2 more over here, but they're in the little giveaway pile because I got some treats for you guys. So these are 2 of the other ones that I got. This one, I'm planning on making something special for my mother-in-law. This one, Paolo actually picked it out for her. So yeah, Luciana, there'll be something coming for you when we come to visit you in Italy in May. There we go. And I have to think of something to make for my mom here, because you know she sews, so it's kind of hard to send her anything that she doesn't already have. I'm sorry, Mom. But maybe I'll make you a beautiful project bag. I do have some nice fabrics now, so I'll make you a project bag and send you one. And then I have these 2 to go together. Project bags. Did find these. I love the bright colors. Love, love, love the bright colors. Love it. And I got these 2 to go together. Sort of together, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll just find a different pattern to go with it. But I did like those. They came from the same line. You know, with the trees and the campers. You know, we're super campers. We're tenters though. We backpack. We're all over the Rocky Mountains. We hike everywhere. So lots of outdoor fabrics. Really, really nice for us. One of my stepdaughters, Anna, is in love with mushrooms. Loves mushrooms. It's so cool. She knows all things about them. And even on my cancer journey, do you know what? This girl, Anna's a beautiful person. She just came home with this chag of tea and different things on mushrooms that can help in your cancer health. Oh, she's just lovely. So thank you, Anna. You're gorgeous. Here we go. And I'll just quickly go through these because there's a lot of stuff here. I did manage to bring all this back in a carry-on. I was pretty impressed. And I got these 2 to make some bags. This is just the scissors and spools. And then these 2, this one here. I absolutely love this one. I love it. Just the little birds and the flowers. It's pretty. This one is super bright. Love that one too. It's got the little fox. He's so cute. And this one is just a base for some pockets in one of the other. So that was the fabric that I picked up while we were traveling. It's quite heavy. I had to drag it with me, but it was worth it. I got it home. I also got something for an upcoming project. This is the Valdani threads. If you haven't heard of Valdani threads, it's worth going to look them up. They're just like a single strand, and these are 3-strand cotton, but you just use the single strand. And this is the set for Summer Quakers from Rosewood Manor. So I've been looking at this pattern forever. I still have to get the pattern. I might go over to the Craft Connection this week and pick that up. But these are the Valdani threads that go with it. I just love the colors. They're so bright and summery, and that pattern is gorgeous. When I get the pattern, I'll show it on here. But this is kind of like a sneak peek for the colors. So I did manage to pick up the Valdani threads. Jean gave us this lovely little gift. If you haven't used this for stitching, it is fantastic. They sell it at the Craft Connection as well. That's our local needlework store here in Edmonton. And utterly smooth. I have a really hard time. My hands get super dry. So this was really, really nice. Thank you, Jean, for giving us each of those at the Wabamun retreat. I did pick up, I went to Fiddlesticks on Oahu in Honolulu, and I did pick up some threads from there. No, I think there was one more. There is, but it's a darker blue color. These are the Wildflower Karen colors. And then these are the overdyed Gentle Arts colors. And they are just beautiful. I love them. So there's also, I thought there was one more, but anyway. You get the idea. Yeah, so I just picked up some threads. I just want to make a couple of kind of monochromatic things out of these, and just to try them. I haven't tried the Gentle Art or the Karen Collection ones yet. So there we go. And last, but certainly not least, I picked up some fabric. Oh, I got this little bag. This is an It's So Emma bag from Fiddlesticks. So I just like that to hold. I'm going to a few future retreats, so it's kind of nice just to keep everything contained together in my luggage. And I did get some. Oh, this is the other color that I got. It's beautiful. This one is called Night Sky by by Karen Wallflowers. And yeah, this one here is a new. Oh, this was the other one, Mediterranean Sea by the Gentle Art. And this one is called Petrol. It's a Zweigart linen, 32 count. It is so difficult to get the colors proper on with blue. It's more like that, probably a little more green. I don't know. I'll try to take a picture for Instagram and share it. This is gorgeous. I'm going to stitch something with flowers on this. It's dark, so I have a really hard time stitching on the darker fabrics. but I did get a decent sized piece. And but I think I'll be cutting this and just making some smalls out of it. So it's not a huge project on dark fabric, but the color was just gorgeous. It's this greeny blue color. I loved it. Maybe a BarbaraAna on that one. This one is Ice Blue from Zweigart, 32 count Lugana. I got that as well from Fiddlesticks. And this one is called Whisper, I believe it is. 32 count. Kind of get to see the color there. And then this one is 18 count. Aida Whisper as well. So those are the fabrics and the stash. Oh, and I picked up this. This is one more little thing. This was on the freebie table at the Wabaman retreat. So it's just called Images Past. My husband is involved in research at one of the universities here as his job, and he's heavily involved with the Indigenous communities here in Alberta in doing reclamation and environmental monitoring, and just some wonderful programs that he's leading in his research. So this one kind of spoke to me because of him, and all of the work that he's doing, and one of the lovely ladies, Carmelita, that works with him, and Derek. So yeah, this one spoke to me. I thought it was really pretty. And that is it for stash. I do have a couple of giveaways that I have 3 giveaways that I would like to do, just to thank you for the subscribers that have come, and I'm hoping that more people will join in on our little stitchy group here and share the love. So if you like what you saw today, subscribe and have a chance to win at some of these giveaways. So for this one, for the first one, I have a paper patterned Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a quick stitch, not really a quick stitch. It's I think, let's see, 250 by 690, so it's pretty big. And it is an Amy Stewart. It's a portion of the Treasure Hunt bookshelf. I have this one. This is the paper version. I bought this before I had Pattern Keeper on my app, so I actually bought the PDF one as well. So I want to give away the paper pattern. It's just gorgeous. It's a girl looking for books up on the shelf. If you look at the whole pattern, it is just beautiful. So for this one, use the word treasure, 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 for this giveaway. And again, don't mention the word giveaway or freebie or anything like that in your comments, because I think it'll trigger the trolls, right? So, just write the word treasure, and we'll do the gift thing the next time. this is the next giveaway. So if you're into sewing, you might be interested in this one. This is a full yard of Hawaiian fabrics. It came from the Kapai stitchery in Kauai. So I brought this back with me for you guys, and a little notion. Whoops, I'll go to this side, and a little notions bag to go along with it. So if you want to win this one, just use the word flower. Okay. I'm gonna write those down because I don't want to forget. And this is the next one. So 3 giveaways today. Another little notions bag. They're super cute. They're made on the island, and this fabric as well. It's really, really pretty. So if you want to win this one, use the word Hawaii, H-A-W-A-I-I, Hawaii. And there we go. That's our 3 giveaways. So we have Hawaii for this one, and you can enter for all 3 if you like. So Hawaii, flower, and treasure. And there we go. Wonderful, guys. I know it's been a little bit of a longer video because I shared my finishes with you. And again, I'll be posting probably every 2 weeks. Next week, I will try to get the Flosstube Extra posted with the pictures and everything from our Hawaiian vacation, and the little tours that that we took through some of the quilting and LNS stores there. It was just lovely. Lots of really nice people. So again, thank you so much for watching, and oh, I want to give one more shout out to my amazing son, Caden. So he does all of my video editing for me, because this mama is a stitcher. She's not a video editor, but my son is amazing at this. He's just like so good. He can put it all together and shorten videos and everything. So what I'd like to offer, and Caden is offering, is that if anybody needs video editing done, so if you're a stitcher but not a video editor like me, then you can create your own Flosstube. You can do this and join this community with the help of people like Caden. So he is willing to do video editing for people for a small fee, of course. He's 16, so you know he's just looking for pocket money. But if anybody is interested, just send me an email down below. My email is down there, and then I'll get you in contact with Caden if you are interested in that, or you need video editing services. So again, his name is Caden, and he is just a beautiful son. I love you, Caden. You're just the best. I love you. And yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. A huge thank you to him, because this would not have happened without his help trying to get this together for the first couple. So again, thank you, Caden. Love you. Thank you everybody for watching, for hanging in with me. I know it's a bit of a longer video. They won't always be this long because there won't be quite as many updates, but yeah, I think that's it. Thank you everybody. Happy stitching. Have a wonderful couple of weeks. Bye.